It's not the things inside my head that keep me going. Don't need someone to throw me money, they should show it. Keep chasing shadows, they're always haunting me. But I believe in something bigger, bigger than me. Bigger than me. Oh, bigger than me.
What's up guys, it's 6:11. This is what happens when you put your stuff through the dryer. This is the t-shirt I was showing you guys. It looks like a little kid's t-shirt, but still fits alright. It's just a little bit tight around the arms and shorter, like really short. But anyway, got my strongly wear pants on. These are the thicker ones. It's full winter time now, so I'm training chest today with Nath, coach, so I thought I'm not going to be training in shorts, that's for sure. It's freezing. So these are bloody awesome. So good, the material. I actually slept in these last night and I woke up and I was like, maybe I'll just go straight to training. I'm like, nah, gotta have a shower. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just one of those people that have to have a shower in the morning. Like, I have to. I can't start my day without having a shower. I just feel really weird. Like, I shower before I go to bed too, so I'm clean, but I just feel like I need to reset and it wakes me up. So, with the grey Active Bodies hoodie on, these are going to be on my website very soon. I'm meeting up with web developer tomorrow to start talking about how we're going to put it on. I've already taken the product shots and everything in the warehouse. The white background and all that sort of shit. I've already got the pictures ready. They're good to go. It's just a matter of I'm on the website now and getting Corey to send them out. Very soon guys, you'll be able to buy these hoodies. Anyway, where's my overnight oats? Yeah, let's see how they turned out. I'm gonna microwave it for like 10 seconds because when you pull it straight out of the fridge, it's sometimes a little bit too cold, you know? Alright, so you guys have seen me do a lot of back and shoulder training with Nath before. Well, that was quick. Maybe another 10 seconds. Anyway, so today I decided I'm going to do a chest session with him because I've only ever done one chest session with him and it was just an introductory session. So we're going to kind of push a little bit harder today and just to mix it up a little bit because I did hammies last night and I did shoulders the day before and the day before that I did back. So I figured, hey, it's time to hit chest. So before I hit my oats, I've got my Vitago shake with my creatine and agmatine in there. So I'm going to smash this back so that they're just first and the oats will go on top of that. Not bad, not bad. It's missing something. Obviously the chia seeds and all that add a lot of flavour. The one that my brother made me was like so maybe I'll put a scoop of PB2 through there. Add some chocolate flavour.
I do the drugs, flood the pinky like I do the rugs. Show the homie love, got my main bitch showing up. Shit like, I accept all my wrongs, but I'm wrong if you're right.
Alright guys, we're at Atomic Gym, 7 AM. Now head on in and start warming up because I like to really stretch out chest and warm up properly. And I don't want to be wasting time doing that during our session because I literally got to be at the door at 8 o'clock so that I can go to the warehouse and meet the Techno Gym guys because they're coming to do like the stock count and all that for the delivery to make sure that all the plates and everything are there. They got to swap a few things over. Alright guys, so we just started doing our chest workout at Atomic Gym and we're doing a little bit of machine work, supersetting it with a couple of no weight exercises. It's kind of like how we do our shoulder workouts. So we're hitting a machine that has these handles that basically allow you to change the direction on when you push up so that you can target certain areas of your chest. And then we're going to superset with some no weight movements just to basically squeeze and push the blood in there, and then we're going to do some push-ups as well just to really burn out the muscles. So I'll hand it over to Nate to do a little bit of voiceover.
Right, so Eddie's initiating the contraction of his chest from the bottom and he's making sure that as soon as those handles start going upwards that his chest starts contracting up. So as you can see, when his hands start contracting up, his chest starts contracting at the same time. So chest up, arms up. And making sure on the way down from the top of the movement, he's squeezing there. As you can see, his wrists, they're kind of pointing inwards like that. The reason we do that is that's going to create a nice hard squeeze right in the middle of the chest right there. So think about this, ready? We leave with the chest on the way down, initiate contraction, drive both sides evenly, squeeze both sides evenly, and leave it both sides evenly. I'm going to go for about 10 to 15 reps. more towards the 15 rep mark. Oh, Eddie, good man. When you get Eddie with no weight, there's not much to this. Just to squeeze the blood on a diagonal line up to the top part of his chest. Now with most bodybuilders and most people, the incline part of the chest, right in the middle, right here, is the hardest part to develop. So what we do is we focus on putting a lot of emphasis on that area, and we squeeze the blood into that area of his chest. That when we do the next exercise and the next set, that part of the chest works the hardest. As you see, Eddie's kind of leaning back and forward into the movement. We do that with cables.
He knows. He knows about the stretch.
Stretch harder, contract harder. Alright man, let's push up. We want to make sure that we put all the pressure into our chest, but when our chest starts fatiguing, like it will, I want you guys to use triceps, not front delts. So think about pushing through your triceps when your chest starts fatiguing, not your front delts. Now slow on the way down. Okay, now leave it through both sides of your chest even on the way down. Get that stretch at the bottom and contract hard on the way up. Squeeze right there. Slow on the way down, jaw up, squeeze, there we go. Making sure that both sides of your body are contracting evenly and levering evenly. The chest is the biggest part of the body you look at from the front when you're on stage. So make sure that both sides are even, because it's very, very easy to notice differences in chest. So last set, Eddie maxed out 10 reps. This one we're gonna do the same tempo, the same exercise, the same everything. We're gonna do 12. Alright, fast twitch, hold that squeeze, leave it through the chest. Contract both sides evenly, leave it both sides evenly, and at the top, squeeze both sides evenly. So those wrists, they're going up, they're squeezing. Right in the middle part of his chest. There's no rest at all. At the top we're squeezing, at the bottom we're stretching.
10. We'll pause repping it.
Oh yeah. It's 11. This is it. We're doing 12. We ain't stopping until we do 12. Thank you. Alright. This exercise here, we're focused on Eddie's incline of his chest, but not just the full incline, the incline which is closest to his interior delt right here. So he's leaning right backwards to get a deeper stretch. He's leaning forwards. And he's just focused on squeezing a different part of his chest. He's fatigued right now.
So now it's just going to explain it a little bit better and actually demonstrate it so that you can see what it's supposed to look like.
So it's similar to the regular chest movement that we do. The only difference is we don't completely meet our hands in the middle. So regularly what we usually do is we'll lean forward and create a stretch to our chest. We'll lean backwards as we contract. We squeeze the top part of my chest in the middle. Our pinkies come up like this. And we squeeze the middle part of my chest in. That's going to emphasize the top part of my chest, but it's going to emphasize the top middle part of my chest. With that exercise, what I'm doing is I'm pushing my bicep against my chest on a diagonal line here, and I'm compressing my chest from here all the way on the diagonal line to that point there to get the contraction through here. Now what we're going to do here, different exercise, very, very similar. The only difference is my pinkies come up a little bit more. They turn a little bit more on top, and I don't meet my hands in the middle. And instead of my hands coming to about my nose, like I'm looking in the mirror, crushing my nose, I'm kind of going a little bit higher towards my forehead, and I'm not meeting in the middle. What that's going to do is that's going to emphasize the top part of my chest again, but the top part of my chest closest to my interior delt. So I'm going to have my interior delt, and I'm going to have bang, 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 straight into my chest.
Just thickness all round.
I find with Eddie,
Thickness all round.
got great.
So much thick. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
It's massive. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do, lean forward to create a stretch again. Now as we contract, we lean backwards. We kind of go to about here.
Wow, that's up high.
What I'm doing here is I can feel my front delts are slightly squeezing, but we don't want to put too much stress on them. So I lean backwards. The stretch is almost onto my interior delt, but I just kind of contract to here.
So you don't really come too much closer together than shoulder width. It's just pretty much straight up, turning your hands up towards the roof, and then bam, stop, control, stretch, feel that contraction at the top, boom, hold it.
When I get to here, right, I'm kind of using what's called a PNF stretch. So what's happening is as these handles are pulling my hands backwards to create that stretch through my incline of my chest / anterior delt, what I'm doing in my mind is I'm kind of pushing my chest forward to create that stretch on both sides, like a double stretch. We use that with back a lot. That way, it helps with the explosion of the chest. So from here, it's double stretch on both sides of the PNF stretch, and I can track both sides evenly from the bottom. Ready? Track both sides evenly, squeeze both sides evenly, and lever both sides evenly. If you feel like your anterior delt a little bit, that's okay, because we're trying to work the incline of your chest, which is right next to your anterior delt.
Yeah, that's swole.
That really,
Not so swole.
there you go, good. That's really good. Stretching through almost the front delt, just above the chest here. Stretching through here. When it's the bottom, yeah, almost like you're compressing up, like you're trying to push that. There we go, there you go, there we go, there. Right there, ready? Good, now we're hitting it. Right into this point, right in here. Perfect. I feel like it's a separate muscle. You can see the insertion right through here, the muscle fiber. That line right there, see where those fibers insert? We're working that part right here. We're going to break the chest up into about 100 muscles and work it differently. And we're going to put muscle where we want to put it. And then afterwards we're going to do some decline.
So even though that's a really light weight, you might not feel the first 5 or 6, but once it starts to burn and you lower it down nice and slow, that's when the muscle's going to activate a little bit better. You're going to feel that burn, and then you'll know where to pull from. So particularly because we're going up a little bit higher, when you lower it down, you kind of almost want to lower it down by your sides too, not out too wide, so that it stays in line with that part of the chest that we're trying to work. So yeah, we'll use a little bit of front delt like Nat said, but because we're running from the collarbone straight down, you have to mimic that motion with your arm. If you go out wider, it's obviously going to come across the chest more. So because we're trying to get up here, you lower down there, and then boom, squeeze up. And focus more on bringing your bicep into the chest rather than moving your hands together from point A to point B. That's what I notice a lot when you're doing cables, is that if you focus on bringing this half of your arm together and squeezing, that's what the chest really controls. The hand is just secondary to that. So just focus on what you're actually trying to move.
With the cables as well, with this exercise, the cable needs to be slightly lower than the first exercise that we usually do.
Hip height, so that you can come up and still get that stretch. If it's like up here, you're going to end up going wider, which is fine, but you're just going to hit a different part of the chest to what we're actually trying to target.
Alright, another one of the Body Master machines, like a rotary machine. The same as the very first exercise we've done with the hand positioning, how you can change the movement of the wrist to change the contraction in your chest. What we're doing with here with Eddy is we're focusing on the middle part of his chest. Eddy's very developed through the bottom part of his chest and through the top part of his chest. We just want to put a little bit more thickness to the middle part of his chest. So the entire workout, we're doing different angles and different machines to get that contraction and work different parts of the chest. What we're doing here is getting that stretch on the way down. His chest comes up as he stretches down to create a deeper stretch, contraction at the bottom evenly both sides, and his wrist comes out. Right there we go. Now his team's going to push out a few pump reps. So let's go. 1, 2, 2.5 pump reps. We're pumped out. We're done.
Alright, so one thing to think about, like if you're doing a machine, it's very easy to just basically like lock yourself in the machine and then just like push through your elbows and pump out the reps. But like something that Nate's been trying to teach me is to really think about the joints that are involved. So basically like what I'm thinking about when I'm stretching is actually sticking my chest up, dropping my shoulders back as much as possible in order to create that deeper stretch. So from the origin into the insertion point, it's creating that stretch as I distance these two apart, and then boom, squeeze together, slowly lower it down. And like normally most people would stop there, but I'm looking to stick my chest up and get that even deeper stretch. And you'll feel the muscles actually burning if you get that deep stretch. If you just kind of stop there and press, you're probably just gonna feel it more in your anterior delt. But then you'll get mad fucking pumps through your delts and you'll look sick, but you won't be hitting the chest.
I love it. Look at those fibres.
Just call me Eddy Heath.
We're having a mid-session pump right now.
Happy Easter, guys. That's how you do it. Just get those sugars in there.
Compliments from Kelly. Kelly's from TFM.
Yeah,
Just so
very
everyone
close
knows.
team. Close team.
Kelly, show us the cake. Bring the cake closer. This is the Maltese Easter cake for Eddie.
This is what happens post-competition. People go nuts with chocolate, cake, ice cream. Alright guys, so I literally just ducked home to publish my YouTube video because you probably would have seen it on yesterday's video as I was clicking it to schedule. I scheduled it for 7:30 PM by accident instead of AM. And I was like 8:30 and I was looking at it and I'm like, how come it hasn't posted yet? Anyway, I realised why, so I thought, well, I've still got a little bit of time. It's not quite 9 o'clock yet, and that's when my meeting is. So I'll quickly just duck home, post it, and then run off to the gym. I got my overnight oats in my bag, so I can eat that while they're doing the stock count and all that sort of shit. But yeah, the HIIT equipment's getting delivered today as well, which I'm really excited about. So apart from all the techno gym stuff, we also got a whole lot of high intensity equipment like sleds, medicine balls, kettlebells, all that kind of good shit, ropes. And my brother's going to be meeting me there at the gym as well, so... grab my oats. This is how you stay on track. You bring your overnight oats into the restaurant and you just eat it. Who cares? Alright guys, so I just popped into the gym and the AstroTurf is going into the outdoor training area today, which is really good. That's another thing ticked off the list. Alright guys, so another update on the gym. They're pretty much buttoned up all the building, the renovations and all that, so the flooring has just gone in on the outdoor training area. So we got it all AstroTurfed. It was just a concrete slab before, but today they've come through and whew, how good does that look? Like I always knew this is what it was going to look like, but damn, it looks fresh. Yeah, it's grouse. Sled pushes, tie flips, ropes, circuit training, burpees. Yeah. Oh man, this is so good. What are you eating there, Maria? Just off bananas. Look at these bananas. They've been sitting there all week. We're like, we better eat one each before we go to the shops and buy some more. Otherwise they're going to go to waste. And we both ate one now and we're just like, yeah, maybe we should just bin them. Alright, anyway, just had dinner. Mum cooked me ramen, something a little bit different. Now I'm about to head to Coles to go buy some groceries because we're all out of everything. And also because I need to buy some seeds and all that goodness to put in the overnight oats that my brother's got me on. So I want to make these oats like to perfection, to perfection. I'm gonna master it. So I totally forgot to take my camera with me to the supermarket, but we got all the good stuff. So my brother sent me the list of all the things that you're actually supposed to put in this overnight oats. So I went and made sure I grabbed it all. Basically, yesterday's one was like a startup one. So I put just rice in there, but he told me you can buy these like, they're called puffed rice. So it's like rice bubbles. If you're in Australia and you know what rice bubbles are, it's basically that. So it's really healthy version though, obviously. No added sugars, no added salts, no artificial or anything. I guess it's just more to add volume and thickness to the meal without... If you put a whole cup of oats in there, that's a lot. If you put a whole cup of this, obviously it takes up more room in your stomach, but obviously less calories. So 1 cup of this, 1 cup of oats, black chia seeds, and then I just grab some almonds because I don't like eating just normal almonds. Like, I don't know, if they're shredded like that, I'll eat them. They taste really good on top of oats. So blueberries, bananas, cinnamon, sugar-free maple syrup. That's the little bit of stevia. Boom. Oh, and the almond milk is obviously what makes it all mixed together. So I'm going to whip that up real quick, put it in the fridge, and then see what it looks like. Alright, so I was talking to my brother about this morning, and he's like, "Did you put protein powder in it, bro?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Man, that's the main ingredient." I'm like, "You didn't put that on the list?" He's like, "Oh shit, bro, you're supposed to put protein powder in." I'm like, "Well, I had protein powder after my workout anyway, but I don't know." Anyway, you're supposed to put the protein powder in there, which is kind of like having protein pancakes without any protein powder, isn't it? So I remember today, put
1 scoop of protein powder. I got the rice puffs, the oats, 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, 1 teaspoon of alizé, and now we're mixing that shit all up in there. Probably put some stevia in there, sprinkle the flavourings on top, and then put it in the fridge. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up today's video there. I hope you enjoyed that workout with Nath. He's always very educational with his descriptions, and I really love giving you guys an insight to the kind of training that I'm doing with him, as him being my coach and then me being able to pass the knowledge on to you guys. So it's just a little bit different to what we usually would put in there. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for today. First, let's do a post notification shout out. Today's shout out goes out to Yin Yang Chi, who said post notification squad. Oh shit, active bodies for life. All in capitals. That made me laugh. Any of these post notification shouts that make me laugh are very likely to get shouted out. So anyway, if you want to shout out, all you got to do is go to my channel, click the bell next to the subscribe button, turn post notifications on, come back and leave me a comment like that, and then I'll shout someone out every day. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog.
Where are you now?